Hey everybody, it's Barbara Ann. Welcome back to my channel, Straight Out of Context. We are on song number 16 of Taylor Swift's new album called The Tortured Poets Department, and it is entitled Clara Bow. Or Clara Bow. Clara Bow. Clara Bow, that's how you say that. I'm so sorry. I've had a long Sunday. You look like Clara Bow in this light. Remarkable. All your life, did you know? Why does that sound like the song from Boss Baby? You'd be picked like a rose. I'm not trying to exaggerate, but I think I might die if it happened. Die if it happened to me. Okay, I'm going to stop right there. I'm pumping the brakes, and I'm just going to lay it out. Song number 16, 15 of them mention might just die. Lay down and die. Suicide. Fantasizing about death. Fantasizing about somebody else dying. Fantasizing about killing somebody's wife. Somebody else said that they would lay down and die if they ever lost her. That she would lay down and die. That she's crying and laying down and dying at the gym. That she might not ever get back up. Meaning that she's just going to die. Or gun, bullet, stitches. Gun under the bed, stitches. Might just die. I'm not trying to exaggerate. Honey, this whole entire album is nothing but you fucking exaggerating. Seriously. But I think I might just die if it happened. Die if it happened to me. No one in my small town thought I'd see the lights of Manhattan. Really? In your small town? Wait, in early interviews, you were saying that you were from Nashville, Tennessee, even though you're from Pennsylvania. Right. Because everybody in America has enough money to where they can just sell their multi-million-dollar mansion and Christmas tree farm and just relocate to Nashville, Tennessee, just so their daughter can try to make it in country music. Just to turn around and betray them. Yeah, okay. Yeah. All right. This town is fake, but you're the real thing. Breath of fresh air through smoke rings. That's 5 songs she's mentioned. Smoking, smoke rings, her man smoking across the way, smoking in a bar, whatever. Take the glory, give everything, promise to be dazzling. You look like Stevie Nicks in 75, the hair and lips. Crowd goes wild at our fingertips. Half moonshine. A full eclipse. Another alcohol reference. That's going on over 150 now. I'm not trying to exaggerate, but I think I might die if I made it. Die if I made it. No one in my small town thought I'd need these suits in LA. They all want to say this town is fake, but you're the real thing. Breath of fresh air through the smoke rings. Take the glory, give everything, promise to be dazzling. Take the glory, give everything, promise to be dazzling. The crown is stained. She mentions crown all the time too. Taylor Swift, you're not a fucking princess and you're not a fucking queen. All right? You're like more like Mother Gothel dressed up as Rapunzel for Halloween. That's what you are. The crown is stained, but you're the real queen. She mentions queen all the time too. Like what? In your fucking Delulu mind? Flesh and blood amongst war machines. You're the new god we're worshiping. Promise to be dazzling. I'm not worshiping you, bitch. I don't know who the fuck you think you is, but this album is shit, and ain't nobody think you're dazzling. Okay? You can't shine a turd. Beauty is a beast that roars down on all fours, demanding more. Only when your girlish glow flickers, just so do they let you know it's hell on earth to be heavenly. The only thing heavenly is having a righteous life and being close to God and Jesus Christ and living the Christian life in accordance to what the Bible and Jesus Christ say that we're supposed to. Even though we all fall short of that and we're all sinners. You can't be better if you don't first acknowledge the truth. And confess that, literally. Blasphemy against the church again. I swear to God, in heaven and hell. Them's the breaks. Them's the breaks, y'all. Them's the breaks. Oh my God, them's the breaks. What is with the Ebonic wannabe? Like, she's trying to do slang and Ebonics, but like she can't fully like get herself like immersed in it or something. Like she's just dabbling in it. Dabbling in Ebonics here and there, the little urban dictionary. Them's the breaks. They don't come gently. You look like Taylor Swift in this light. We're loving it. You've got edge. She never did. The future's bright, dazzling. Wow. Narcissistic, really fucking narcissistic to compare yourself to Clara Bow or fucking Stevie Nicks. Bitch, you will never. You can sell out the entire fucking world and convince 8 billion people other than me that you are a great vocalist and producer of music and writer of music. But me, this girl right here, this woman, you can't convince me that you're some dazzling, amazing person and that you are anywhere near the ranks of Stevie Nicks or Clara Bow. And I'm not saying that to be mean. I'm basing that solely on the words that you are choosing to make songs. I don't even care at this point that I've listened to every single one of them and have sampled and went through all of them to actually get a gist of what I am reading through and what that song sounds like. But I really don't need to, having gone through to critically look and analyze these words and how she's doing. I really think in my core that Taylor Swift is either just so incredibly depressed and insecure about herself, about her ability to make music, about her ability to write music and produce music without Jack Antonoff or Max Martin or anybody else doing all the hard lifting and all the work for her. I think she's very insecure about that because she knows she can't do it without other people. And for her to have those hands in her album, what would her album be without that? Well, her album is nothing but these vain words that she keeps reusing in a different way. And it's almost concerning because I think that Taylor Swift, when she actually is alone, I think that she really is so insecure that she really does feel like that she could just die. Or that she fantasizes about suicide or just not being here anymore. Or that the weight of carrying the burden of being Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift is a shell of a person. It's not even her name. It's this image that they have created. And she herself cannot fulfill and live up to that standard in that image. And that's really sad and unfortunate. But that's what comes with having those contracts and having big record labels do the marketing and advertisement and the production of your music. That's the exchange. Because she's not just, okay, why would she go into a deal for 6 albums with Big Machine Records if she wrote all these songs on her bedroom floor and just made them all up on her bedroom floor? That's not true. She has to have the money, the studio, the producers to be able to help her to physically make the music and to edit it and to record it all and to actually put it out. Taylor Swift can't do that by herself. But all these people, as far as public relations and the people that are in her management and assistants and her lawyers and the people that the record label execs and all of them, they're all in cahoots with her to drive this Taylor Swift machine. And it's too big to fail. It's absolutely sick that you cannot even go I'm going to actually go up there and show you. You cannot even, if you are a book aficionado and love to read, you cannot even go to your local Barnes & Noble. And here where I live in Port Huron, Michigan, we only have Barnes & Noble. We used to have a used bookstore, but it was a really small place and that went out of business after the COVID lockdowns. But Barnes & Noble, you cannot go in there without going. I'm not even going to say it, but I'm not lying and I am not exaggerating in any kind of capacity when I tell you you cannot go 12 inches left, right, straight, up or down anywhere in Barnes Noble and navigate that store without seeing something Taylor Swift. They have hundreds of thousands of books and magazines and merchandise that is Taylor Swift and her music and all this other stuff, this merchandise related, that is just laid out and spewed everywhere in Barnes & Noble. Stuff that's not even related to this album that just came out. And that is definitely to get your stuff like that put into a Barnes & Noble. That is not just a marketing thing. That is a complete marketing takeover. How's anybody that really loves to read and is trying to just get books or see what else is out there to be able to read? How are they even going to really? We don't need a Taylor Swift little golden book. Taylor Swift in her drunken, suicidal, sad, pathetic, lonely, broken, insecure, fucking narcissistic ways are not the role model for us women. She's not the role model for her and I's generation or my children's generation. She is not a role model for any man or woman or any musician. Unless you want your daughters to grow up to be 40, physically working their ass off for absolutely nothing other than an immaterial thing that means nothing like money, doesn't have a spouse, doesn't have kids, doesn't have anything in her future except for driving this big fucking machine. Unless you want your kids to grow up to be an alcoholic and dead and broken inside, that they can't even write a song that feels alive, a song that feels different, a song that feels like something we can connect to. I cannot connect to any of this. I have lived a very long life and traveled and done all kinds of things for somebody my age. And I have had children, and I've been married and divorced and married again. And I have just had so many friends die from drugs and alcohol. I've had so many friends die from relapse. I've had so many people, my family die. I just lost my dad 4 years ago. And I have gone through so much that I feel like that sometimes, but I'm not dead inside. I could come up with so many different ways where this song here could be rearranged so much better and actually resonate with people. And it's not, none of these are resonating with me. That's why I give the whole album, and some of the songs I'll give them 1 out of 10, 2 out of 10. This song, I'm giving it a 0 out of 10 because this is shit. My dog won't listen to this shit. My mom won't listen to this shit. And she absolutely raised us on music. I went to my first concert when I was 3 years old. I saw Madonna. I was seeing Ann and Nancy Wilson from the band Heart. We saw them because that's one of her favorite bands. And nobody can fucking beat Ann Wilson when it comes to the voice. Or Nancy Wilson when it comes to guitar. And the fact that they are as old as they are and still age has done them so great. They look so beautiful. Aging is just a beautiful thing that human beings get the opportunity of having. And Taylor Swift is denying the fact that she's a middle-aged woman and not owning it. She wants everybody to perceive herself. I look at people like Ann and Nancy Wilson, and I see somebody that just they are more beautiful now than they were when they were touring young in the 70s and 80s and 90s. And just to watch them grow and to watch their music grow and to even see their side. Each of them have their own, like the Ann Wilson thing, and Nancy has done a couple albums on her own. And then see them come back and still perform in their tours. I've seen them over 15 times with my mom, and she's seen them pretty much every time that they've come anywhere in Michigan or the Detroit area. And I've also been to so many other concerts, and I love music. So I'm not being harsh or being a bitch or trying to come across as harsh or a bitch on purpose. I'm just saying exactly how I feel and look at this and think of this. And this is how I interpret this. This is exactly how I interpret these songs. Exactly how she writes them. She could take the saddest song and put it to the happiest beat. I don't care. I'm looking at the actual substance of the song. The fact that she actually has the audacity to compare herself to Stevie Nicks and Clara Bow. But then she also is how, this town is fake, but you're the real thing. Taylor Swift doesn't know the real thing if it would hit her because she is fake. She cannot even live up to Taylor Swift. So this song here, Clara Bow, yep, I'm going to give Clara Bow a 0 out of 10 as well. So I love you guys. I will see you on the flip side. I got one more song for this part of the album, and then I'm going to be hitting up all the other songs that conclude the deluxe double album. So I'm going to be doing the Bolter here soon, going through those lyrics. All right, I love you guys. I'll see you on the flip side. Later.